How y'all doing today? I'm out here in the garden. I want to show you a couple of things about cannabis. And I wanted to do it before the sun got too high. Right now it's not quite over the tops of the trees, so there's not so much glare that I can't see the screen here. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I won't be able to see the screen while I'm doing this, but I'm going to show you some cannabis plants. Now, this one is a male plant, and you can see, I'm hoping you can see that this one is starting to show its maleness, its masculinity. This is going to be the pollen sacs. They're just starting to form. And now most people do not want to have male plants in their gardens. However, I'm very happy to have the male plants, especially this year, because I have a couple of autoflower plants. Now, autoflower, they do not they do not get the size of a standard marijuana plant. This is supposed to be an autoflower here, and it's just about waist high. This is another autoflower, and this one looks to be a little bit more of a indica dominant because the leaves are much bigger and broader compared to the leaves on this plant, which are a little smaller and thinner. That would tend to be a little bit more sativa. And the thing is that an autoflower cannot be cloned. Sorry about all the shaking. Autoflower cannot be cloned, and it doesn't change its sex by the sunlight. It does it by timing. And I learned from a farmer back in 2014 that when you pollinate a autoflower, which is also known as ruderalis, all right, your three main types of cannabis are indica, sativa, and ruderalis. And then you have many, many, many interbreeds. This is where you get all these crazy names for cannabis. And so you can see, I like to grow in the natural, without the lights, without that fake environment. Now, the thing about seeding a ruderalis or an autoflower is those seeds will produce plants that will grow close to the size of a normal cannabis plant. A ruderalis or an autoflower does not get very tall unless you're a super master grower. And when I had my time in Jamaica, I saw an autoflower that was 8 feet tall, and I was really impressed with that. But I don't know what he did, how he got there. So when you seed an autoflower, those plants, like I said, they will tend to grow close to the size of a regular cannabis plant. They'll get large in size, and they will finish in August here in Michigan. Now that's amazing. So that farmer who taught me this, he was bringing in his nugs into the shop. They were just huge, huge buds, some of the biggest buds that any farmer brought in. And while all the other farmers are suffering the change of season, the cooler temperatures, the fall rains, dealing with the mold and the powdery mildew, he's not dealing with any of that. He's all harvested, he's all done, he's all happy. And I've been trying to make this happen for myself for years. So I got a couple of autoflowers out here. This is one, and you can see it's not that tall. It's not that big. This is another one here, and this this location here, that had supposedly an autoflower in it, yet it went male. It was pollinated. It was making those pollen sacs. And so I was able to get another replacement for it from a friend. So I pulled that one up, got rid of it, because I only need one male plant to seed the rest of them. And now I'm going to see if I can't show you something else here. There's what they call hairs that will see if I can show it to you on this plant here. Right here, this hair going across here. Now, if we come down a branch, there's two hairs here, and you can see they're starting to cross. When they cross, that's an indication that the plant is a female. And we like to have the female plants. And this one has me confused. Here we got looks like we got a grasshopper. I didn't know grasshoppers left a skin. Holy cow. Is that dead or what? I don't know. That's interesting. But anyways, you can see right here, hair this way, hair that way. Now, I'm a little bothered by these aren't in line with each other. So I'm not sure if that's a male or if it's a female. Now this plant here, just from looking at it, it would appear that it's female just by the way that it's growing. However, the hairs have not crossed. If we go in here and we see these hairs here, here, and here, you see they're not crossed at all. And so this plant has me very curious as to whether it's going to be a he or a she or a he-she. Now this plant, you can definitely see right here, these hairs have crossed. You see that? So that tells me that is the sun glare. Sun's coming up. That tells me that plant is a female. There we go. What happened here? I must have done something to... Can't hold the phone far enough away. So at any rate, I just wanted to share a little bit of information about sexing plants, the difference between a indica, a sativa, a ruderalis, which is an autoflower. And so I hope that's helpful information. I'm hoping that I do get a harvest this year, that I get a harvest that comes in, and I'll be able to create some cannabis formulations for optimal oral health and for other. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to sign off. Much love. I'll be back with more real soon. I'm going to figure out how to end this. Let's try that. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.